Okay, so Sony's back at it again, with a patent that literally no one saw coming. Like not even on the bingo card. Apparently they're experimenting with solar-powered PlayStation controllers. Yeah, solar-powered. As in, charge your DualSense using sunlight. This came from a recent patent spotted by Tech4 Gamers, and it suggests Sony's playing around with the idea of adding photovoltaic elements, basically solar cells, into their controllers. And from the diagrams, it looks exactly like a DualSense. So it's not some weird side project or separate accessory, it's the real deal. And honestly, if this ever becomes an actual product, it could be a game changer. Imagine not having to pause your game just because your controller's dying. No more stretching for that cable across the room mid-boss fight. You could just leave your controller in the sun for a bit and boom, charged. Now obviously there are still a ton of questions like, how fast would it charge? Does indoor lighting count? Would this even make a difference for people who mostly play at night? But still, it's a cool idea. And it shows that Sony's thinking outside the box when it comes to controller design. We've already got the adaptive triggers, haptic feedback, motion sensors, all that good stuff packed into the DualSense. But adding solar charging, that's next level. And sure, it's just a patent for now, so no guarantees it actually becomes a thing. That said, the idea is still super interesting. A controller that charges from sunlight, that could seriously help with one of the biggest complaints about the current DualSense, its battery life. Like if you've ever been in the middle of a long session and had to fumble for a cable mid-game. You know how annoying that is. Removing that extra step, definitely a win. Of course, there's a huge unknown here. What kind of lighting actually works? Are we talking direct sunlight only? Can it charge under a lamp? Is it just a slow trickle or enough to keep the thing alive during play? Right now, no clue. And this isn't the only thing Sony's been cooking up, at least on paper. There's another patent floating around about a controller feature that would let you rewind gameplay, basically letting you drop a little bookmark in your session, then jump back to that moment later. Think save states, but built into the controller experience. Okay, real talk for a second. I love the DualSense. Like genuinely, I think it's one of the best things Sony's ever done. It's such a huge upgrade over the PS4 controller. The feel, the triggers, the haptics, the little speaker, chef's kiss. Now yeah, I've seen people complain about stick drift, and I get it, it sucks when it happens. But man, I swear on my life, I had my PS4 Slim controller for 7 years. 0 stick drift, not once. But then, and this is the part that's almost too perfect to be real, literally 1 week before I bought my PS5, that controller just straight up died. Wouldn't turn on, wouldn't connect, nothing. Way to go, Sony. Thanks for screwing me over with a DualShock that only lasted 7 years. Anyway, since then, I've been riding with the PS5 DualSense, and I genuinely love it. But that battery life, sheesh. I'm not even gonna lie, I gave up on trying to keep it wireless. I've got 2 USB-C cables snaking out of my couch, just waiting to plug in that energy-sucking demon of a controller mid-session. It's like charging a Tesla after every cutscene. So yeah, a solar-powered DualSense sounds weird, but kind of amazing. If it means I don't have to charge it every 5 hours, I'm all in. Stick some solar panels on it, tape a sunroof to the top, I don't care. Just keep it alive. And look, Sony's been filing a ton of patents lately. Stuff we didn't even think to ask for, like solar charging or built-in rewind features or AI-assisted gameplay tracking. I don't know what they're up to, but one thing's for sure, they're cooking. And not just some DLC side dish. I'm talking next-gen, full-course, 5-star kind of cooking. Whatever's coming after the PS5. Yeah, it's gonna be wild. Let me just put this out there. I want a DualSense with a built-in 5-inch touchscreen, not a tiny touchpad, not a gimmicky swipe bar. I mean a real proper display, like a mini screen right in the middle of the controller. And before anyone says that's too much, why not? We've already got a speaker, a microphone, adaptive triggers, haptics, a trackpad. We're halfway to turning this thing into its own little gaming device. Anyway, imagine the possibilities here. Custom HUDs, your health bar, ammo count, minimap, whatever whatever you want, right on the controller so your main screen stays clean. Touch-based inventory. Tap and drag items during gameplay without pausing. Quick weapon switches, potion use, whatever, instantly with your thumbs. Social features, messaging, party chat, or checking invites without opening a menu on your TV. Swipe, tap, boom. You're in. Streaming tools. For creators, this could be huge. Imagine controlling your OBS layout, muting your mic, switching scenes, all from your controller mid-stream. Developers could go wild. Imagine playing a detective game and having your case files or in-game phone pop up on the controller screen like a second device. And yeah, I get it. Battery life is gonna cry. But if Sony figures out wireless charging or throws in a solid power management system, this could be a legit evolution of the controller. We're already carrying pocket computers every day. Adding a screen to the controller isn't that crazy anymore. Would it cost more? Definitely. Would I still buy it? Absolutely. Give me a DualSense Pro with a 5-inch touchscreen and watch how fast I throw money at the screen. But here's the thing. Sony already has the hardware. They're just not fully using it yet. That could easily be built right into the PS Portal. Right now, it feels like the Portal is trying to be just a remote play device, an accessory. But Sony, listen, you could make this thing a legit companion. Not just a screen to stream your PS5, but something that actually enhances the console experience. Like the second screen for gameplay, comms, multitasking, even streaming features. This thing could be your PlayStation sidekick. So yeah, Sony, you want to sell 5 million PS Portals in a year? Put all that functionality in. Go full feature set. Make it do everything we're talking about. And if you do, I want my royalties. I'm just saying, I gave you the blueprint. Don't act surprised when it works.